Okay. As I said, what is spillway? Spillway is a structure constructed at a dam site, essentially for disposing of the surplus water from upstream to the downstream side. Okay, so that is the spillway. The spillway is a very, very important structure. Okay, so why it is so important is if spillways are not function properly, then what will happen? Uh, so the reservoir levels will increase. Okay, and then overflow may takes place. Okay, and if the spillways are not, designed uh, exactly correctly, at least, okay, then it correctly means it is not, should not be overestimated, it should not be underestimated. Okay, suppose if you underestimate, say for example, you design a spillway to release a water of 1000 cubic meter of water, let us say. Okay, and then if suddenly there is a incoming flood into the reservoir is 2000. Okay, so but you want to release entire 2000 water to the downstream side, but you can but you're designed only for 1000 capacity. Okay, so therefore the 1000 will be accumulated in the reservoir. Okay, so that accumulation will increase the water level in the reservoir, and in one point of time it will overflow the structure. Okay, so that's why the spillways should not be underestimated. Okay, and also it should not be overestimated. Okay, so if you design a spillway for 6000 cumex, but you are getting only 1000, 2000. Okay, unnecessarily you have invested a lot of amount on the construction of the spillway. So this is a very, very important. Many dam failures occurs because the improper design of the spillway or the spillway of insufficient capacity. Okay, so therefore the spillway is a safety wall of a dam. Okay, so that is about spillway. As I said, the spillway is a overflow section of a dam. Okay, so the spillway, location of the spillway, it can be constructed within the body of the dam. Okay, if you see Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, so where it is there in center, gravity dam. Okay, gravity dam central lo untundi, or it may be a one side of the gravity dam, one end, left end, or it may be a right end, or it may be a center. Okay, or sometimes it is totally away from the body of the dam. Okay, so if you see the Polavaram project, the dam is some other side and the spillway is some other. There is no connection between dam and the spillway. There is some hillock is there in between. Okay, but there is no continuous structure, is not continuous. So all that depends upon the local geographical conditions provided at the site. Okay, so then you have to decide, engineers should decide where to construct the spillway. So keeping in the mind safety and efficacy purpose or economical purpose, so all these things you have to keep in mind and locate the, identify the proper location for the spillway. Okay, so you see here, I think it's not clear. Hmm. So here, if you see, this is the cross section. Let us say this is the top of the dam. Okay, this is the top of the dam, and this is the normal pool level. Okay, so normal pool level. Okay, and here the spillway is here. Okay, the spillway is here. The sill level of the spillway is kept at the normal pool level. Okay, the sill level of the spillway is kept at the normal pool level. Okay, so when the water in the reservoir goes above the normal pool level, then automatically water will be released through this spillway. Okay, and this is another one is emergency spillway is also provided. Okay, so emergency spillway is also provided. So sometimes if this flood is very high, So emergency spillway can also be, I mean, you can, it start functioning. Okay. So this is the, where you have to keep the sill level of the spillway. It is normal to the pool level. But top of the dam is here. Okay. So spillways based on flow, it can, as I said, it is a controlled or gated spillway, uncontrolled, ungated spillway. If you have a gate, then it's called a gated spillway. If you don't have gates, it is called ungated spillway or uncontrolled spillway. Okay. So what is the essential requirement of the spillway? The spillway must have a sufficient capacity. As I said, if it is not enough capacity, then what will happen? So the water will may operation of the energy on downstream side of the spillway. Okay. So the spillway capacity, the required spillway capacitor spillway may be determined by the flood routing. Okay, the data required for that. So how do you estimate? I mean, design the spillway. So flood routing. What is flood routing? Say from upstream side, some maybe a thousand kilometer away from the reservoir. If the hydrograph is there, inflow hydrograph. So how that hydrograph will be look like when it reaches to the reservoir. Okay. So for that hydrograph, you have to design the spillway. So what data is required? So inflow hydrograph data is required, and the reservoir capacity curves are required, and discharge curves are required. So once we have these three data, then we can design the spillway gates. Okay. So there are different types of spillways. I will explain you one by one. The first one is a straight drop spillway. So this is the straight drop spillway, or you can say overfall spillway. Straight drop spillway or overfall spillway. So this is a simple type of spillway which is constructed in the form of a low height weir. Okay, constructed in the form of a low height weir. Okay, downstream face either vertical or nearly vertical. Okay, sometimes the crust is extended in the form of an overhanging lip to divert the discharge away from the face of the overfall section. Right. So look at this one. This is, as I said, what is this straight drop spillway? It is a low high gravity. I mean, weir. It is just like a low high weir. Okay. Upstream side maybe vertical or maybe inclined. Okay. So this spillway without downstream protection. So the water jet will be fall into the downstream side like this. Okay. If you provide a lip here, what will happen? So you can, I mean, this falling jet may fall away from the body of the dam because of this lip. Okay. So therefore, if you, in this case, what will happen if the falling jet fall near the toe of this spillway? So some erosion may takes place here at this point. So that may continues progressively towards upstream side. So that may cause danger to the structure. So if you can do like this, if you even say if you can, I mean, keep the falling jet away from the body of the dam by providing a small lip on the top of the this spillway. So here the erosion may takes place here. Okay. So there is a relatively less danger to the structure. Okay. So if you have some arrangements here, so energy dissipation structures, so that kinetic energy will be dissipated. Okay, this is this one. We have some downstream protection work. So this is like, I can say, a secondary, you can say secondary dam, something like that. Okay. So what is, because of this one, always you can have water here. always we can have water here, right? So it will act as a cushion. Okay, if the falling jet water falls on this water, so it will act as a cushion, right? So therefore the kinetic energy will be dissipated, okay, and then it will be released downstream side. So therefore there is no danger to the structure, right? So this is straight drop spillway or overfalling spillway. Another one is uh, see say for example, another one is we can say this is Ogi spillway. Okay, Ogi spillway. So for straight drop spillway, so if a sharp crested weir is there, okay, sharp crust weir is there, right? And this is your falling jet, okay, falling jet. If the lower nap of the falling jet and this sharp crested weir, the area between these two, lower nap of the falling jet and the sharp crested weir, is filled with a concrete, then this is called Voge spillway. Okay, so generally how the falling jet will the profile of the falling jet is so this is, let us say, sharp crested weir, so this is a O, so it will raise to a level, from there it will falls. Okay, generally it will happen like this, right? So like I said, this is origin. Okay, so if you, this is a gap is there, okay, if this gap is filled with a concrete, so then it become a Voge spillway. Okay, so the profile is this is the Voge spillway. The smooth curve is there. Okay, so the concrete is from the uh, this is a lower nap, and this is the sharp crusted weir. So this gap is filled with a concrete. This is called Voge spillway. Okay, the top one is upper nap, right? This is a design head, right? Right. The Voge spillway. So there is a, so therefore for designing the Voge spillway, a particular head we will assume a particular head. Okay, for that head we will design the Voge spillway. So, but in practical cases, the you cannot always you cannot have the designed head. The head during the operation stage is called working head. Okay, the working head may be more than the design head, or it may be less than the design head. Okay, if the working head is more than the design head, what will happen? The falling jet may fall away from the this uh, downstream phase of the Voge spillway. Okay, so therefore some gaps will be there. Okay, it separate from the upstream side of the upstream side of the Voge spillway. So here in these gaps, a cavitation, negative pressure will be created. So that negative pressure may try to erode the downstream phase also. Okay, that is the disadvantage when your working head is more than the design head. Or if your working head is less than the design head, working head is less than the design head, then the falling jet may stick to the body of the Voge profile, and the coefficient of discharge is less. Okay, so the discharge will be less in that case, right? So this is the what happened if the working head is more than the design head. If working head is more than the design head, cavitation may be developed. If the working head is less than the design head, so the coefficient of discharge is less. Okay, so the design, there is a, the Voge spillway is being designed in accordance with the theoretical profile obtained for the lower nap of a falling jet. Okay, so the equation is there for that profile. So it is not clear here. Just I will read it out. X to the power of n, this is the x to the power of n, is equal to k hd to the power of n minus 1 into y. Okay, uh, This, I think I have another slide. Yeah, this is the formula. So I will explain it again. Just for a moment, you just see this only. X to the power of n is equal to k into hd to the power of n minus 1 into y. Okay. So here, as I said, origin, I told you origin, where the origin is. From there, we take x and y value. Okay. So this is the origin. This is
సార్ క్లియర్గా లేదు.
అందుకే చెప్తున్నాను. ఐ విల్ ఇంకో స్లైడ్ చూపించి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఓగి స్పిల్వే. ఓకే. What is Ogi spillway? This is a sharp crested weir. So this is the falling jet. So this lower nap of the falling jet is a parabola. I mean, there is a curve. Okay. So this profile, the equation is, this is the equation. X to the power of n is equal to some k constant hd to the power of n minus 1 into y. Okay. So this is the origin. So this is x values in this direction, y values in this direction. Here n is taken as 1.5. For this I will explain. What is this one? Okay. The k and n values are given. Okay. That depends upon the upstream face of the spillway. If the upstream face of the spillway is vertical, k is equal to 2. N is equal to 1.85. Following? Are you following? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So this is general equation for this profile. X to the power of n is equal to k hd to the power of n minus 1 into y. So x values ki y values ki origin enti idi. Okay. These are the x values and these are the y values. This equation to design this profile. Right here, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Then what is the x y value in this point on the profile, and what is the xy value on this profile? Once you identify the coordinates of the xy on the profile and you can join it smoothly, you will get the curve. What is the x and n values? That sorry, n and k value, that depends. There is a depends upon the upstream face of the spillway. If the upstream face of the spillway is vertical, in this case vertical, k value is equal to 2, n value is equal to 1.85. So that's why here k is equal to 2, n is equal to 1.85. X to the power of n and x to the power of 1.85, k and 2, h to the power of n minus 1. So sorry, h to the power of n minus 1, right? n ఎంత ఇక్కడ 1.85 minus 1 అంటే 0.85, h to the power of 0.85 y. Okay. What is h? H is the head over the spillway. Okay. So that is that value we know. Once we know the head hd value, then you can calculate the coordinates of these points. Okay. For x is equal to 1, then what is y value? You can calculate. If x is equal to 2, what is the y value? If x is equal to 3, what is the y value? X is equal to 4. For different values of x, you can calculate different, you will get the different y values. Okay. Then you will have a profile, right?
సార్ n వాల్యూ 1.85 సార్ కామన్ కాన్స్టెంట్.
N is equal to 2, n is equal to 1.85 for upstream face is vertical. If the upstream face is, look at here, if the upstream face is 1 horizontal, 3 vertical, then you have a different k value, different n value, right? So there are 3 cases are there. 1 horizontal, 3 vertical, 1 horizontal, 1.5 vertical. Here complete vertical. If the upstream face is vertical, k is equal to 2, n is equal to 1.85. So this example here, look at this one. Upstream face is vertical. So that's why I have taken k is equal to 2, n is equal to 1.85. Then this equation will be like this. Okay, you can see the textbook, right? So discharge equation through the Ogee spillway. So the discharge formula is Q is equal to C LE HE to the power of 3 by 2. Now Q is discharge in Qmax. LE is effective length of the spillway crest. LE is effective length of this perpendicular to the screen. That is LE. And HE is what? We know that is a total head over the crest, including the velocity head. Right. So if you want to calculate the discharge, you can use this equation. Right. And another type of spillway is called shaft spillway. Okay. So this is the shaft spillway. Right. So this is the, say, let us say embankment dam is there. Okay. The water on the reservoir will move to the vertical shaft and then horizontal, and is a concrete lined tunnel. So, and it will be released into the downstream side. Okay. So this is another type of spillway. So that is called shaft spillway. Shaft spillway. Okay. Uh, when you have this type of spillway, so this can be through the body of the dam at the foundation level, or it can be totally away from the body of the dam, like this. Okay. So when there is a no space for, to construct like this, and this is generally we can adapt this type of one. If there is no space to construct an outlet, and then it can be constructed through the body of the dam. Okay. And this is another type of spillway. This is a siphon spillway. So this is the gravity dam. So the spillway is like this. Sluice is like this. Okay. So is it okay? This diagram కనిపిస్తుందా? మ్యాటర్ వదిలేసేయండి. ఫిగర్ కనిపిస్తుంది కదా?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే, మ్యాటర్ వదిలేసేయండి, నేను చెప్తాను.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is the, look at this spillway. Starting point here, and it is raised, and it is like this. Okay. So the water will flow through a siphonic action. All right. So this. Look at this one. If your water level raises above this level, this point, siphon point. Okay. So automatically water will flow through this siphon, through upstream to the downstream side through siphonic action. Once the water level falls this level, the point, so this siphon point undi kada, ikkada nunchi kinda padindi anuko, there is another opening is there. So the air will move into this pipe. Okay. And this air will stop the water flowing from upstream to the downstream side. So this automatically it functions. When the water level above this level, so water will move from upstream to the downstream. When the water falls below this point, okay, so there is another pipe is there here. Okay. Automatically, if it is falls below this point, so the air will move into this one, and it will block the movement of the water from upstream to the downstream side. Okay. So this is called another type of siphon spillway. So this is also provided when there is a space to construct a spillway, either either side or center. So in that case, this type of spillway will be constructed, siphon spillway. Okay, within the body of the dam. Okay. సో ఇక్కడ కొంచెం పేపర్స్ స్కిప్ అయిపోయినట్టున్నాయి మధ్యలో. సో equation of the Ogee spillway, as I said, so this is the equation for the Ogee spillway. So discharge formula, as I have already explained this one. If there are gate, that is the no gates. For no gates, this is the discharge formula. If the gates are there, okay, if the gates are there, this is a drum gate is there. Okay. For that, the discharge formula is this: Q is equal to CDL square root of H. Okay. What is H is from center of the opening. The height of the water is called H. So this is the head to the center of the gate opening, including the velocity head of the approach. So D is the shortest distance from the gate to the crust curve. Okay. L is crust width, or crust width or length, whatever it may be. Okay. And C is the discharge. So this is the discharge formula when gates are there. Okay. When no gates are there, this is the discharge formula. Okay. Oh, I think so. I have missed. There is a two types of spillway. One is the chute spillway is there, and side channel spillway. Chute spillway, I think that is not there here. Okay, I will stop here. I will explain the other two types of spillway, chute or trough spillway or side channel spillway in next class. And there is a design problem of the Ogi spillway, how to design the Ogi spillway. And with one numerical example, I will explain next class. Okay. So you can see any textbooks, what are the different types of spillways with diagrams. Okay. Right. So I will stop here. Hello.
Okay, sir.